Financial dependence really isolates women all over the globe, and it makes you feel like a child, almost like a double-edged sword. You're asking up for money and you're being given money down. It's almost like me, a little girl, asking my father, who's way taller than me, for money and justifying every single penny, every single pound. It feels really belittling and can knock your confidence. It's because I feel that it can be a completely controlling environment that you're in, and it's going to be a very difficult environment to get out of. So there's a whole controlling framework, and it controls every part of your being, your ambition, your education, every little thing, even from picking up a telephone. At the end of the day, somebody's paying for the bill of that telephone. For you to pick that telephone up, to phone a friend, to text a friend, to go on social media, everything is associated with cost. To get on that bus to go to school, that's a cost association. To go to that amazing university that offers this amazing course to make you this amazing woman that you want to be has a cost implication. And in most countries in the world, education is not free, so everything is controlled. So your dreams and your ambitions are being controlled by whoever the financial giver is in your relationship, and which university and which career path you kind of steer towards is also being controlled, because whoever is funding you has their own thoughts and beliefs on where you need to be, not necessarily how you want to be. You really have to ask for money. Some of us just won't, and we'll go without that financial dependence on this other person or party or family. And what does that lead to? It leads to a different kind of control. So you're almost being groomed and molded in a way that somebody else is giving you these amazing gifts, this amazing opportunity, but they're actually benefiting from you and you don't actually realize that, which is really dangerous. And you end up going down paths which actually not only will belittle you and knock your confidence, but it could possibly be a worse controlling environment than you may be in at the moment. So it's really important to really think about what you're doing and really think about who you're getting the money from. And if it is that you have to get it from family, but then you are allowed to go to school and education, rather than getting it from a partner or a boyfriend who's gifting you things, but actually he's making you also go down the wrong route, then I think you should stop. You should think about what you're doing and perhaps even get some advice from people that you really trust, because you could end up in a really dangerous road, and even you could end up in your grave. You need to be so careful. And money seems to control everything. I have seen in places around the world how big sacks of money and beautiful gifts can completely transform a person's life, but it can also completely transform their mindset as well. They're almost like a feeder. So as soon as you feed this person, they like pump up, and then they provide you the service that you're feeding them for. And that's a really dangerous situation to be in. And most important thing, I think, is your mindset and how you're being controlled, because this control can be completely engraved in your mind, and this could actually carve your way in future. So if you don't become financially independent, you will rely on a person or people to financially benefit you for the rest of your life, hence controlling your life, your ambitions and your passions, which in turn won't necessarily be what you really dreamed of, and you'll be programmed to think in a certain way and act in a certain way. And almost like a vending machine where you press a button, you put in a coin and you get what you need, and you'll be programmed just like that vending machine, rather than being able to go into a shop and pick whatever what you want and pay for whatever you want. And it really depends on how you want to see your future. But if you really want to rise and you really want to be that role model, you would really want to be that leader, the only way I feel is becoming financially independent, because you're making your own decisions, you're following your own path, you're living your own dreams and ambitions. And unfortunately, what I have seen is, and I can talk about my personal experience as well, this normally only happens is if you're a Pakistani woman necessarily. Once you get married, and if that marriage didn't work out, you're divorced, you actually have financial independence. You can live your life. You can become the leader of the world. You can travel, and that almost is a liberation. And I've seen women laughing about the fact is, actually, you finish university, get married, get divorced, and then live your life. And it almost seems like that is the way that you need to live, rather than actually let me marry a partner that actually believes in me, who's going to support me and my dreams and my ambitions, and let me become financially independent, and I can provide money in the pot for the house that we can live in together. Because for your own personal confidence, self-resilience, and your own dreams and ambitions, you cannot be a leader if you can't pay for your own bus fare or your own petrol to get from A to B, to get from university to work, to get from home to see your friends. Every little thing depends on you, and if you can't lead your own life, you'll really struggle to be that leader. You'll really struggle to be financially independent, and every little thing you do will be controlled. So I founded Rising Girl because I was so passionate about empowering, educating and inspiring women all over the world. And one of our main aims in the Commonwealth country of Pakistan is to make women financially independent and empower them when they graduate from university, because it's a country where there's so many amazing women who are so talented, but unfortunately that talent literally disappears once they graduate.